Pisces, welcome. How are you? I hope that you're well. So I'm going to be taking a look at July. I just want to get right into it. Let's go ahead and talk about the meditation. So in your meditation, I was in space and there was a star, but it was a giant star. It was bigger than all of the other stars. And it was crying. Just hear me out, okay? It was crying. And I'm like, dude, what is going on? Right. And then the crying turned into like wailing, like as if it's one of its points were being chopped off or it was being tortured or something. And as I'm like, I kind of go like this and look, and the star looks like it's being scalped alive. Like, sorry, guys, I know I can't help what I see. Okay. Venus conjunct Pluto and Scorpio. Okay. Just say who I am. And it was like its top point here, and these like its shoulders, basically something was peeling it back, as if you were to take my scalp and peel it backwards, like peel the skin off. That's what was going on. And the reason why I looked is because out of that star, like out of its head or whatever it was, all these other little baby stars were just like dispersing out into the sky. And so I thought that it was really interesting. I mean, it was like really messed up, right? And so I know that's really dark, but I went up to the star and I was trying to put her back together, put him back together. And it said, I feel like you're the star in the meditation, or maybe you're me in the meditation, and someone that I don't know is having their head scalped. No. But it says, or the star said, oh God, what was it? If I wait till I'm ready, I'll never be ready. So I never will. So that's what I got. So let me see, Pisces. The world in reverse. There's some kind of unfinished business, something that you feel like you still need to complete, something that's still open-ended. The Seven of Pentacles in reverse. I feel like something feels painful to release, or it's like the sense of maybe losing your patience with something, or feeling like something's never going to be complete in your life. The Eight of Cups. No, this isn't good enough. No, I'm not happy here, etc. Going on a journey alone, trying to trust yourself, trying to trust that what is happening to you is happening for you. The Ten of Pentacles in reverse. Are you walking away from what you once thought was going to last a lifetime, or what you thought was going to last until a lifetime, until you pass away? The Eight of Wands in reverse, not talking about it, feeling like something is being blocked, or feeling like something is being forced. The Three of Pentacles in reverse. Is it a friendship? Is it a collaborator? Are you the Star? Isn't that funny for the end? But there's something to be had out of that, isn't there? Even though it's painful, even though you feel like this is never going to happen, or this is never going to give you closure, this is never going to be complete, you go through this journey, you've lost your patience, you feel like it's a waste of time, you feel like you just have to chuck it in the trash, you have to walk away from it, feeling like you lost out on something that was supposed to be forever. And then trying to force yourself to be with people, or trying to force yourself to get on the same page with others, or a person, or trying to force yourself to go to work, or whatever it may be. Then you have the Strength card. So this is beautiful. It's like what's coming out of that scalped head, so to speak. Because what you were essentially doing is putting more light into the world, even through that pain. But it's like, you have to, do you even see that? Do you even see that? So tell me about the world in reverse. Can you tell me about the world in reverse for Pisces? The Six of Pentacles in reverse. You feel like you're not getting anywhere. You feel like you keep giving, or you feel like there's nobody there to support you with whatever this is that you're trying to accomplish. And then you have the Fool in reverse. And I'm afraid that you may feel like doing something reckless because you feel like something isn't going to work. Okay. The Page of Pentacles. The Three of Swords and the Four of Cups. Is it a disappointing heartbreak? Is it a disappointing failure? Something that your heart was incredibly tied to? Because this is the energy that you're in, and it's like this sense of, I need to finish this, or I need closure, I need support, but I feel like I don't have it, and I feel like I can't move on. But you're learning something with that Page of Pentacles, and through this, whatever it may be, you're planting new seeds through this, feeling like you can't have closure with something, but realizing that you're going to have to be the one that shuts the door on whatever this is. And for that, you'll open another one, or you'll create one, you know, with that Fool in reverse. You might act like Juggernaut and just kick a wall through, make a big hole in a wall. You know what I mean? Seven of Pentacles in reverse. The Five of Swords in reverse. You feel like you just can't win. It's like there's the sense of just feeling like I just can't win no matter what I do, you know? Ten of Wands in reverse, Queen of Pentacles in reverse. I'm almost getting like the Nine of Wands in reverse, like a sense of just wanting to give up. And there's a sense of you feeling like you almost got something, like you almost got to complete something, or you almost touched it, or you almost got to the ends, or whatever it may be. And then something just, but I feel like you don't see what's working for you. Because I feel like there's something outside of you that through this pain that you've been through, or that you're going through, there's something that's being illuminated to you externally, but you have to stop looking here and look out here. And I'm wondering here, because I remember that star in my meditation, and she or he, the star, was being scalped and couldn't understand why, right? Was just in pain, just shrieking. I mean, it was a horrible sound in my head. And had no idea, didn't see what the purpose was. And I feel like all the star needed to do was just look behind, or maybe that was, I don't know, the future, I don't know. Look behind her to see that it was doing something, it was creating something in your external reality. And you see this guy's like turning around, and I feel like you're turning around to look at the wound, but you're not turning around to see what you've left behind in a positive light. The Ten of Swords. But the Ten of Swords does talk about evolution, or can talk about evolution. And you feel like you either made a bad judgment call and you didn't get what you wanted, and so you felt like you missed the ball, but you didn't. There's something else that's being created outside of your internal reality of what you think. Like when we're going through things, right, we cannot understand why me, why me, why me. But then we realize later, oh, that's why that had to happen. And so that's the kind of moment I'm feeling for you. The Ten of Pentacles in reverse. All right, I'll take them. The Ten of Pentacles in reverse, the Knight of Wands, and the Queen of Wands in reverse. What do I have to do to get there? What do I have to do to get some reciprocity? What do I have to do to get supported? It feels like you're angry. You're still angry because you feel like something didn't work out. But if you look with that Knight of Wands and the Queen of Wands in reverse, this is like a person who rides at dawn. We ride at dawn, bitch. You know, it's like somebody who's pissed, somebody who has like a torch in their hand and a sword in their, a torch in their right hand and a sword in their left, you know? And it's like, you're ready to shit up, you know? And it's like, you know, because you can't let something go. And that Eight of Wands in reverse can talk about forcing something or rushing something, or You know, I can't talk about blocked communication, blah, blah, blah. All right, maybe. All right, but let's see that Eight of Wands, pretty please. Thank you. The Hierophant in reverse. This is forcing something, pushing something. But what it's going to end up doing is delaying your manifestation because you're not trusting in the universe that whatever has happened to you has happened for you. And that if you give it a moment, if you trust, the universe will give you more reasons to trust it, or God will give you more reasons to trust him, whatever you believe in. And that Eight of Wands in reverse and the Hierophant in reverse, this is like, I feel like I have to force this thing. I feel like I have to force this thing in order to get my way, but that is usually how you do not get your way. And if you do get your way, the long-term effects of that are not always the best. And so I want to take a look at that Three of Pentacles in reverse for you, Pisces. The Seven of Wands. I feel like you have some people or a person that's disagreeing with how you're going about things. There's some talent, gift, skill, or ability that you have, or there's something that you've been wanting, some kind of manifestation that you wanted, that your heart is backing it, but your actions are not. And it's interesting because I got something similar like this for Taurus, but it's like you're pushing for something. And now there's people or a person who's kind of like against you in some way. It's there's something that's like competitive, it feels like, whether it's just an argument or a job or a contest or whatever it is. Now you have that star here. And so there's definitely, but it feels like you're in that process of realizing what it's all for. But it's like, if you come in while, you know, you're scalped, right? Like the star, while your head's still bleeding and you're trying to tell people this is how you heal, right? For instance, like for instance, right? If I was up here trying to tell you how to heal and I was crying like every 20 minutes and I was just a nervous wreck and I looked like crap and I was smoking and I was drinking on camp, you know, would you take advice from me? You know what I mean? And I'm not saying that's what you're doing, but it's like you're coming in and telling people how to heal while you're bleeding all over their clothes. They're like, whoa, 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 you know, or something like that. Like I almost feel like overstepping boundaries, but it's coming from a hurt place. And you have a new beginning before you open a new door before you shut the other one. Tell me about that star, please. The Magician. Tell me more. Wow. The Knight of Swords and the Six of Wands. And what changed? The Two of Cups. It seems like you're aligning yourself because of whatever this trigger is. You're aligning yourself and you're showing up in more of an independent place. And you're also showing up with more of your heart on your sleeve, but not where you're bleeding all over it. And it's interesting that the star is here. You're realizing there's a light that you created. And the thing that you were trying to understand why all of this pain happened to you, you had manifested something before, something that you wanted, something you wanted to know, something you wanted to rush into, but God or the universe, whatever, said not yet. And now there's something where you're aligning with yourself, or there's a soulmate who's helping you heal, whether it's a friendship or a lover. And you're finally getting some kind of recognition, or you're getting some kind of applause or something for the manifestation that you ended up putting into action, but only after you stop bleeding. So you have the Strength card. You have the Strength card for the energy that you're ending with in July. The Seven of Swords in reverse. The Empress in reverse. Seven of Cups in reverse. The Death in reverse and the Five of Pentacles in reverse. Okay, so that's good. So it feels like there's something that you are still connected to from the past, but it doesn't feel like there's that. It's that heart on the sleeve without the bleeding. So what I mean by that is that, yeah, you remember it. Yeah, you remember the pain, right? But you also see the light that came from it, just like my meditation. And it has made you stronger. Strength card. It has made you smarter. Seven of Swords in reverse. Oh, sorry, my cat. You have realized where you have pushed too hard, or you were doing things that were not in your character and it was coming from a hurt place or a place of feeling unvalued. But the thing is that you see the reality of that now. Seven of Cups in reverse, in whichever way that happens. And sometimes what happens is when we need to change, the universe will send a lover. The universe will send a lover because sometimes that's the only thing that works. It's like a last resort because that's what people want. People want love and money. But at the root of it all, people want love. And I feel like you're either getting that from somebody that is helping you heal and see your faults or whatever it may be. And, or it could be you that's doing that to you. So advice for Pisces. So you got release. And you got caching. I hope I'm saying that right. So let's go ahead and I'm going to actually read you this. So if you'd like to be here for the advice part of the message, that would probably be wise. So we have release. When the time comes when you cannot grieve anymore and it is time to let go, release is the next step. This card may come to you when you need help moving forward or accepting an ending. It is time to move on, rise up, and release yourself from the past. Release represents the transition between letting go and moving on. It is that moment when we become aware that we can no longer hold on to the past or an event that cannot be altered. You may need to consider if your situation is blocked or impacted by something that needs to be released. Wow, isn't that just too funny? And then you got caching, whatever. One day while feeding my neighborhood crows, I noticed one of them using their beak to push around some decaying leaves and then dig a hole. The bird looked around, checking to make sure it wasn't being watched, and then swiftly opened its mouth and dropped in the food. It was saving the dog kibble I had given it for later. The crow didn't want to eat the food right away, but it also didn't want to leave it around for some other creature to enjoy. You may find yourself either keeping an idea or possession hidden till the time is right, or simply unwilling to let go of something you aren't using, out of fear that someone else may benefit from your release or surrendering. Sometimes the moment is not right to move forward. However, it doesn't mean that the time will never arrive. You may be working on a project that holds a great deal of promise, but you are unable to devote the energy at the moment. Setting the idea aside does not mean giving it up. It just means that you recognize there will be value in waiting. Caching may also indicate that you will benefit from investing. This may be investing in yourself or investing in a financial institution. So you remember when I said, like, hey, you're pushing too hard, stop pushing too hard, right? And it's coming from a place of anger or whatever. And it's like you still have another door open while you're trying to open another one. And it's like, maybe put it to the side, like I said, right? It's kind of that wearing the heart on your sleeve without the bleeding. So anyway, Pisces, this is an incredible read, truly, very deep. Thank you so much for joining me. If you are into creative writing, poetry, spoken word, anything like that, and you would like to view my other channel where I write and produce and edit my own content, you can check it out. I'll put it up here. It's going to be on one of these sides. My channel is called Where Dead Flowers Bloom. Make sure that you subscribe. And I hope that you enjoyed today's content. I would love to hear comments from you in the comment section if you'd like to comment below. Also, my social media platforms will be available on the screen, so make sure that you follow me there for updates. I also do daily astrology transits if you're into astrology on my Twitter and my Instagram pages. Make sure that you subscribe if you have not, and make sure that you like this video. Thanks a lot, Pisces, and I'll talk to you soon. Have a great July. Bye.